And I can send Elena an unmute request if
Okay.
you are ready.
Open. Launch.
Oh,
Yeah, Blanche is getting in. Okay,
Got it.
all right, I'll send Elena her request now.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. Are we good?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Elena Gagliano, for the record. In view of the time, what I'll do is I'll just put my comments in a letter and I'll mail it to you. And then you can maybe put it on the agenda. Maybe I'll discuss it further on the agenda, but I will send you correspondence. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So our next agenda item is MDT Secondary Roads Engineer Andy White to discuss Road 348. Go ahead, Andy.
Okay, good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for putting me on the agenda. Like I said, I'm there to discuss Secondary 348 with you, which is your secondary road capital construction priority pick from way back in 2006. So it's been a long time since that list was built. As you know, that we get the funding and start at the top of the list and work our way down through these projects. In the Missoula district, particularly, we've had just a real logjam of projects breaking loose. We can't get anything to deliver, but we're working on them all. There's a Ravalli County project, a Flathead County project, Missoula County project, and another Flathead County project that are all in development. They're major reconstructs, take a lot of work and a lot of time. They've been in development for 6 to 16 years. It's so what it caused us to look at was what's waiting. You know, so we've got you're number 8 on the list. 4 of those are in development. Like I said, 6 of those 7 projects are reconstructs that are in front of you. So there's a lot of you've been waiting for a long time. Secondary 348 that Granite County picked back in 2006 was a rehabilitation project that was picked to go from 7 miles west of Phillipsburg to the west. So I think that's Rock Creek Road is what you call it. And I don't know if it's a pass necessarily, but at the 7-mile mark from west of Phillipsburg on the backside going down towards Beaver Creek or something like that. Anyway, that west side of the roadway was what Granite County had picked back in 2006, which I'm guessing is before any of the commissioners that are sitting before your time. So I'm just here to start the discussion. What we realized when we drove that road is that it is a rehabilitation candidate for sure. Can it wait 10, 12, 15 years until all these projects in front of you have been delivered? No, it can't wait. So there's a couple questions before you. One is if you agree and concur that this is the roadway we want to look at and address. It doesn't have to be. This secondary roads funded program is delivered by MDT, but the counties pick the projects. So just because it says on our list that Granite County picked secondary 348 to work on back in 2006 doesn't mean that we're going to hold you to that. But from what we saw, our recommendation would be our proposal, I guess, would be to let's move on this project if it is still something you desire to see done. What we would do, I did confirm with our maintenance forces who have been maintaining it what the condition of the road is. And so what we're thinking anyway is that we could treat the entirety of secondary 348 from mile marker 0 all the way to I think 14.2 or all the entire length of it, about 14 miles from Phillipsburg, let's say 7 miles west to the top of the hill. the pavement is in pretty good shape. However, there's transverse cracks every so many feet or so many yards. The kind of thump as you're driving across them, that's really irritating to travelers. We would propose putting mastic crack sealant to not only seal those cracks, but level them. And chip seal over the top of it on that half of the road. On the west half, going over the top of the hill down to the west, there's some cracking, but it's not of the same nature. Mostly what the distresses are on that west side are surface distress, such that if we milled and it's delaminating, there's some pieces of asphalt kind of just flipping off the middle of the road that are thin sections. We would propose to mill that off on the backside and place a new overlay, maybe 2/10, 1/1500, a couple inches of new asphalt, and chip seal over the top of that. That was our thoughts to keep us within the realm of pavement preservation, which lends itself to a quick delivery, and would allow this secondary to be addressed quickly, let's say in 2 or 3 years, rather than 12 to 15. Just shoot from the hip. So if that line of thinking merges, and I'm bringing this up also because you haven't probably thought about this in a long time because you're so far down on the list, and we don't need to make a decision now. I just wanted to start the discussion. We can go out there and look at it. We can meet with the road superintendent, kind of validate what we saw, confirm that the treatments that we're looking at are reasonable, and move ahead. So I guess the only decision we need to know really is if that sounds reasonable, we'll come look at it. If you had something else in mind, another secondary that was more on your radar, we might be able to discuss that one, but more than likely we would default back to, just putting you in your place in line. We're trying to do the right thing for the secondary program. For us to wait for these rehabilitation projects to wait forever to become delivered, they might not be pavement preservation projects anymore. They might be well beyond a rehabilitation, and that's not wise use of our resources. So that's what's in front of us.
Scott?
I'd entertain or make a motion to go ahead with that 348 because they've done this study, and then it's pretty much a go on that. If we're just looking at something else, we're tidying the hole. So I just assume go for this one, get going.
I just want to know, is there any plans for the Skelco hole? I mean, that's pretty bad shape too. Is there any plans for the Skelco hole?
Okay. We looked at that. We were right there in the neighborhood, and that was, according to the maintainer we were talking about to, he said that's in rough shape. I don't know what the condition of that is enough to say that we could divert funds over onto that roadway and stay within the realm of a rehabilitation scope. But if that's a question that we want to ask, open up and address, then that could be done in the same trip. If we meet out there and we're looking at these roadway conditions and what your needs are.
Well, yeah, I think you should look at it because it's, I mean, at least patch the cracks or do something to it.
Sure.
So there's a motion to,
Go on 348. That way they can get going on it. I mean, they can still look into the other one, but you heard him say that it was a back anyway, so we might as well let them get going and fix one and then start pushing on the other one. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I think there should be a plan for the Skelco hole. Yeah, I mean, it's bad shape. But anyway, I'll second it.
Is there any public comment? Things none, all in favor?
All right.
So the motion is for, I guess, would you get a hold of Paul Alt, our superintendent then and
I
going
will.
forward? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks,
Thank you.
Andy.
Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Okay, all right, thanks, Andy.
Bye.
Okay, weekly report with Road and Bridge Superintendent Paul Alt.
Mike,
Goes from hard to light. So,
yeah, we're just kind of working on stuff now, still can't get that Mac water truck running. The computer's out of it, and it's getting sent to someplace, Terry guy sent it off. Don't even know if it can be fixed, and then the Mac dealer, they have with the computer numbers and everything, just to try to get a price on a new computer. They can't even find one in their system that was ever put in that truck new.
So what year is that truck?
Well, that one thing, like a 92 or something.
you have a comment? Oh,
Sure.
I was just wondering.
Or anyway, that's where we're at with that. Maybe this guy from that he said possibly, which it doesn't know, we had to ship it to him so that he can get it on his book, you know. He says some of them he fix, some of them he can't.
But I just say it's coming down to it. I mean, we got a lot of money into it, but it's not gonna run. When do we say stop and pull the tank and put it on something else? That's all. That's what we kind of, are not.
So they can't fix it.
We
No.
tried for what, 2 months?
We just sent the computer to these people and hopefully they can fix it, but you can't even order a new computer for it. Can't find one anywhere. Mac dealers say that model number never existed, but we've got it. But yeah, we have that model number in our hand.
So that might be what we need to look for instead of a new grader, Paul. Is
Wow.
maybe a water truck.
I'm just saying it's a whole different,
I know it's a little different,
Prices.
but we're looking at one budget.
yeah,
And you're looking at something that right now can't be fixed and you need that water truck, right?
well, we gotta have one. But what I'm saying is maybe by next week, we'll know something different. We'll know for sure whether it's gonna be, hey, we can't fix it, or, you know. It's gotta be fixed, I gotta be able to fix it. I mean,
I sent it way back east to get.
Oh, it's, you sent it way back to.
yeah,
It's the only guy around that works on them, huh? Yeah.
Well, no, we have this
Yeah.
computer stuff, that's the whole deal.
well, if we could just order a computer, that's one thing. But that's just the situation we're at with it right now, because, I mean, the rest of it's good, you'd think a guy could get it to run. You know? But- So that's where we're at with that, and we're still getting the transmission, that should be done this week, it was supposed to be done last week in our other mag tank truck. So that should hopefully be done this week, I'm sure it
So is
will,
that on the same vehicle,
different
a
one,
different one? Which one's that one?
That's the other one in the other shop.
Which one's the one that you've already paid $8,000 on? Is that one fixed? Is that running?
no, it wasn't that much,
Oh, it wasn't?
no, it was, I don't know, 4, I think, it's gonna be 8 by the time the mechanics are done with it, but. No, that's not wrong, that's the first one we're talking about.
We're not in very good shape on trucks right now. It's typical, it comes.
But that's where we're at with that stuff.
When the time comes, we'll have to look different ways and see what can better us and.
It's just taking time. Someone's gotta be able to fix that computer. You know? And this, apparently this is the go-to guy, so. It's on FedEx somewhere getting to him.
Get your belly dump yet?
Been running up. Yeah, got it last Sunday. Pretty nice.
Good.
Yeah. Other than that, that's about it. Sent them down dirt patch on Rock Creek today. They got the least of the weather.
I was down there a week or so ago and they were doing a great job on it. Yeah. At least the Granite County parts were looking great.
Right.
Some of the Missoula County ones look like a war zone.
Sure spooky though up there, they fly by them when they're working, you can't believe how, I mean, I know the deputies go down there, but damn, that's terrible. It's, I mean, they got
Yeah.
phones, they got signs, it don't matter.
Just snap a photo of their plates or they
Well,
gone too
It's
fast.
kinda hard to do,
Yeah.
it's been over,
Yeah.
and they- doing that, it can't, I mean,
We got new signs and 3 foot big good sign, you know, all new signs and stuff that they're. Be prepared to stop, been working.
oh no,
They just see them signs and throttle up. Then they wonder why you're not fixing the road.
they took our other cones again.
Yeah.
I'm done, I don't want to put up the other sign now. I'm sick of it.
Unbelievable.
So
Again,
3 times?
4 now.
four. Why would we even put anything in for the crosswalks? I'm at the point that they're gonna steal all this, they're either gonna damage it, I just hell with it. I just, that,
Well, I got them marked right now, so. We were actually gonna do it yesterday, but we were scheduled to do it Monday. Still driving posts in the ground, we finally got them located, let's get the posts in. Whether we put anything, signs on there or not, but. Otherwise, we gotta go through that whole location thing again. Unless you're just saying to hell with it, period, then I won't worry about it at all, that's up to you guys.
I just have a
I-
bad feeling if
yeah.
they're doing the cones, they're just gonna push them posts over or take them and the
Yeah.
signs, so.
I
when
tried
does it
the,
end?
I try the crosswalk signs and then use that as your
Yeah.
case scenario.
What about putting the posts in though for the big signs?
Yeah.
Still put them in anyway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, I guess we committed to do that. If they take them down, there isn't anything we can do. We can't keep putting them up if they,
I guess that's my.
Yeah, the cost.
Yeah.
I guess that's the
Yeah.
end of it, or it seems like you're trying to do a good thing and it
Yeah.
just.
and they're showing good faith, trying to slow the traffic down with the crosswalk. So we did our due diligence, and if they tear them down, then they're,
They won't tear these down, I'm just worried if they're stealing,
yeah,
like are they gonna shoot these up,
yeah. Well, we've got the location, okay, get them up. And,
Well, we'll put the posts up where the locates are, that's what's gonna hold the
Yeah.
electronic signs. And down the road more, as soon as I get the crosswalk signs up, we'll put the crosswalk signs up, the
okay,
steel ones,
okay,
like we talked about
Right.
last week. So,
I agree.
that it?
that's it.
Great, thanks, Paul.
Then,
Okay, the next agenda item is,
Oh, we had one more. He's waving at you.
what's that?
I was just gonna say,
Oh,
He was
on
trying to
the
get you.
dump side, we got for applications, where are we at with that?
We have one. We have 3 here, and I think there's another person that works for the county that I've heard is going to apply, so I think you'll have 4.
So 2 people who are quick county are gonna apply,
And then you have 2 extra.
so. Next week we can, we wanna get
Interview
this set
on
up, to
Tuesday,
interview,
Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon, that's our plan.
Yep.
Personnel manual talks about a preference for in-house, correct?
Yeah, I
So there's gotta be,
So there's one in-house, right?
I think there, I hear there's another in-house
Oh,
person that
another
may
in-house?
apply, so we might have
The-
2.
Okay,
the preference could be that they're given automatic interview.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
That's up to the committee then.
So if we got 2 in-house, we just hit both of them on Tuesday. And if we hire one of them, we're gonna hire one of them, and we wouldn't even interview the other 2.
we mean Tuesday, interview on Tuesday?
That's what she just said.
Yeah, and
interview.
Tuesday afternoon is
Oh,
the date
That's
set
when we
for
were talking, you
interviews.
said it was Chuck's turn.
Chuck said he was mad till he get.
So-
He's gonna rip that.
Is that where we're at with this?
Yeah.
For the in-house stuff, and
We'll review, yeah, we can review the applications and kind of
Didn't you want to do all
all at once.
review and then do all the interviews at
Yeah.
once?
We'll review applications
get it
on
done,
Monday,
right?
yeah.
yeah, I just didn't, that's my question is I'm asking on if we have two people that are in-house, don't they, are they're automatically the first in line, correct?
Their preference is that they get an interview, no matter what.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay, well,
Sounds good.
that it?
That's it.
Okay. Thanks,
All
Paul.
right, I'll see you later.
Okay, we've got, Grizzly Disposal is here.
and then Ryan Kaufman is on Zoom today, and I made a co-host so he can unmute and mute, and he emailed his proposal to me just now, so I can give you that.
Hey, did you have you wanna come forward?
Section granite disposals. So, here we go. Morning.
Hey, pull a chair up here if you want.
I didn't make a bunch of copies for everybody, so. Could you?
Yeah, I can go
Oh,
make
can you
copies
make
really quick.
copies So
Yep.
we each have them.
Let me go make some real quick.
Each need a copy.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Granite Disposal or Grizzly Disposal?
Granite.
It's,
Granite. It's granite disposal because I have the license. Grizzly disposal is my support. Otherwise, they will supply me with all the equipment and stuff and the expertise to do it.
He holds a license and everything.
You'll, okay, so
so it's not Grizzly, it's Granite, Grizzly Granite, Granite.
what, Granite, however, whatever relationship he has with them is their
That's
deal,
their
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, technically, because the license is in granite disposal, I'm the one that has to do it.
And that's what was brought up at that one meeting. with Fred.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep,
Oh, okay, sounds good. Thank you.
I made these other ones.
I suggest maybe each party can summarize what they, so that, since the public doesn't have this in front of them.
It'd be great if I could get a copy of Grant or whoever's presenting on the other side of it.
Yeah, I can.
If you have the ability to do that, Billy.
Yeah, we'll have Billy email you one over right away. We just got.
That's awesome. Thank you. At some point, I'll need someone to explain to me on the other side who's doing what or who's submit. I thought Grizzly was submitting a bid, or so it doesn't sound like that's happening. I don't know who's submitting a bid.
Granite disposal, because he holds a license.
So yeah, let me know when you guys are ready to start.
Go ahead, Fergus, so we can listen to him on.
so
the public.
kind of Greek to me.
Yeah, I'd have them each summarize, each party summarize what they're.
There, this is saying like cost per trip. Government site has 2 compactor receivers and 1 quantity 40-yard open top box. Phillipsburg site, 1 quantity 40-yard open top box and 1 quantity compact receiver. And this one, Phillipsburg. site is 2 40-yard roll-off containers.
Where'd you get
And
that?
then,
Where'd you get that?
I know, at 92 a ton.
No, I mean this piece of paper.
Hmm?
Where'd
I
you get this
think
piece
on
of
the
paper?
back stuff.
Did I get this one? Oh, you have 2 pieces. There you go. Oh, well, you got the original.
Oh.
I guess. And Drummond transfer site. -6 yards rear local containers. What's the difference between the Drummonds, between Republic and Granite? I don't,
Basically, we can handle your roll-offs in Phillipsburg area. My license doesn't include Drummond, so we would contain that with, the 6 yard rear load, which I can come in with the truck and just keep them empty. We can get the license, it just takes some time to get that through the mill. The other part is anything that I would pick up, which is a pretty big percentage of the county's bulk, we would haul directly, we would not use the transfer stations. We would haul it directly to Deer Lodge.
so, and do we have something coming in writing from Deer Lodge County that they will haul Granite County garbage? That they'll take Granite County garbage? Guaranteed?
At least in my last conversation, they were giving us a rate and.
In writing?
Yeah,
Can we see that?
It's accepted.
The, one of the
Is
things
it
though is
separate? Go ahead, Blaine.
when the county contracts with either party and they say, you know, X amount for disposal, then they're bound by that, whether who they use would be really irrelevant. They'd have, I mean, they're bound by finding a place for it then. So as long as it's in the contract,
It
Okay.
had-
Yeah, it'd have to be in the-
contract.
it has to be in the contract.
I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but not put it out there.
So it says that you can take care of the roll-off containers, but what about the compact?
okay, who owns the compact? County owns them or?
We don't-
County on the compactors.
I'm sure we could do the compactors if you want that.
Well, I mean,
How would you get them full with?
I guess our thought is we've crunched the numbers of what you guys, what the county's been doing. And, the amount of volume you actually stick in the roll-offs, I mean, in the compactors, you could probably do just as good in a 40-yarder in your backhoe. Otherwise, it's marginal what you're putting in that compactor, a lot of it, because they're not a 40-yarder, they're a 20 or 30-yarder. You can't put this, you're not putting the same tonnage in them that you can.
So if you look at your last year's data for 12 months, you average like 6 tons in the compactor. It's inefficient to use a compactor at 6 tons when your roll-up boxes can be 8 to 10. You're hauling that you're paying a per haul charge for 6 tons, which you should never have anything that little. And if you're using a compactor, you gotta get your pressures up or find a way to get more waste in there. The compactor can be hauled, it's the same as anything else. We suggested not using it unless you're gonna use it efficiently. This is based on the weights that we got for over a year. That's the only thing that came to that decision. Compact or roll-off doesn't matter, they can both be hauled.
well, because you can't put household garbage on a dumpster like that. And I mean, you're compacting that. No one's ever gonna tell me you're gonna compact with the backhoe as good as a compactor.
I agree.
hydraulic
I
compactor.
agree, there's just, you gotta get the pressures up or get more garbage in there, when you look at your haul rates. And I don't know how that happened, but it was like, you average like just under 6 tons, you can look at your own data.
Right,
yeah.
but it's just, I mean, they're full.
Yeah.
Compacted and they're full, that's all I'm saying.
If you look at your roll-offs or open tops, you're good there, you're like almost 9 tons is your average. So they both should be hauled at 9 tons, in my opinion.
Does he have a comment? He's waving his hand.
I don't know how the process is going. I just want to make sure that they're getting a chance to speak. And if don't know how this is supposed to go. I thought it was between Grizzly and myself, and then I find out that it's between a completely different hauler and Grizzly and ourselves. So I'm surprised at this. And then if I might, I'm confused on how Granite is even able to haul roll-offs because their PSC permit specifically does not allow them the use of roll-off containers and or transfer trailers is prohibited. So neither Grizzly nor Granite has the ability to haul within, or Robinson has the ability to haul within Granite County at this time. And to expect the PSC and Republic Services or any other carrier to just wave their hand and grant permit is not going to happen. So I'm unclear on why there's people bidding on a service that they don't even have the permit to provide service for the area. Robinson's PSC permit 3904 sub D does not allow them to use roll-off containers, which is why they don't want to use roll-off containers and or transfer sites. And then if we go back into Grizzly's PSC permit, Class D, they need to stay within Missoula County. They have to dispose it to a lawful disposal site. That's fine. So I'm just unclear on if we're going to submit an RFP, let's go apples to apples, and not, this is apples and oranges at this point.
You have a comment?
Yes, no, I original permit 3904 subsection A, Phillipsburg. I am not prohibited from using roll-offs in here. Subsection B, Discovery Basin, I'm not prohibited. My C was my original Drummond application, which at that time Allied did not want me to be able to do roll-offs, which is 10-mile radius of Drummond, so we don't do them. The D one they was talking about was when Beavertail was trying to do that big subdivision on the Wales Ranch. They asked me if I could be able to handle that, which was past the 10-mile radius of Drummond. So the D is just encompassing all of Granite County, which cases I won't do roll-offs. The original 3904 subject A is still good. And I specified that with Public Service Commission. I said, I want 3904A and B to be enforced. I am not giving up my roll-off rights for those two areas.
What if you applied for that for Drummond right now? Would it,
Just what he was saying there, you have to go through Public Service Commission. There's going to be, I'm sure Republic would challenge it. We would have to go through a hearing and see if it was going to go fly.
I'm unclear where there's any sort of communication between PSC and you that allows, or sorry, Robinson, that allows the removal of subsection C Class D, where that you are the ability for you to use roll-offs and or transfer trailers has been granted. So if there's communication on that, I have not seen anything that's been posted on PSC. I get them daily. And if anything has changed between Grizzly, PSC, PSC 9577, I think that, yes, Republic Service had to go through the process of getting a permit. We did it legally. We want to continue to haul the services at both the transfer sites legally right now and for the future. We don't want to put any transfer site attendees out of jobs. And I think that hauling it to Missoula is the best course of action at this point.
yeah, but why should you guys be the only game in town? And that's my thinking. And shouldn't there be competition here?
I don't know who's talking.
Blame Brad to the county attorney.
I'm not saying whether there should or shouldn't be competition. I'm just saying that we all have to live and abide by the PSC for how we haul trash and what we do. in the state of Montana, and we've gone through that process. And if they want to go through that process, if they wanted to haul within Granite County, and I'm not trying to turn this into a food fight, then they knew that this contract was coming up. I'm sure they could have gotten this in front of the commission a year ago.
And that's a valid point, but for Republic to object to others, to basically free market is, to me, pretty appalling. If you did, I mean, I hope you wouldn't.
I would be surprised if any other sort of businesses, when that happens, would not want to try to protect business and consumer harm. But that's a completely different conversation. I think that is part of a process that we have to abide by, and we have to follow the rules. And of all people, Republic Services, being as large as we are within the state of Montana, and employing as many people as we do, we have to follow the rules and we have to do right.
Hey, one question. So Republic, you're saying that Granite doesn't have the permits, and you're saying you do. They're saying they have the permits. Do we need to see those permits?
I have it posted. I have it pulled up, and so it's the same thing that I let Billy know a little bit ago, and I thought it would be smart for everyone to do their research. The PSC, the book is on their website. I can send it to you if you'd like me to, really quickly.
Yeah, we just soon see it. I mean, we're just kind of at a stand.
Yeah, we can't make a decision today. We don't have all the information.
There's no way.
Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. It's on its way to you right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not quite getting this. I'm not understanding. So you're saying PSC permits, and you're.
Yeah, so the state of Montana, the way that within the state of Montana, the Class D solid waste is governed by the Public Service Commission because it's viewed as a utility. It's taxed as a utility depending on where you live. So the PSC grants permits for very specific areas that allows you services within those very specific areas. It gives us guidelines on where we can and can't provide service, so that everyone gets the service that they need at the time. But I guess nonetheless, I am doing it legally and going through it correctly. And if there's something else that is being done or needs to be done, then we can have that discussion. The conversation that I've had the entire time with everyone, and this is why I'm surprised, is that Grizzly was going to submit a bid, that Billy showed up and was going to submit a bid. And now I find out that there is a different hauler that's going to work with someone else in submitting a bid. That's fine if that's the direction you guys want to go. I would like it to be apples to apples, right? If you guys want services and I feel like that's warranted, then let's do an RFP and let's go apples to apples and make sure everything's good to go, and submit an RFP. Let's make sure everyone that is submitting an RFP can legally provide service that you guys request. The service that you guys have out there right now at both Phillipsburg and Drummond, neither Granite nor Grizzly can provide the service legally through the PSC Commission. Republic Services can at this point. We've gone through the process to get the permits, and we have done that.
Okay, know, we table this and then if they can prove that they're legal. we can sue.
What I was suggesting, or I think you just suggested, I need to go to Public Service Commission with clarification on my license. He's saying, well, I haven't done anything recently. I mean, when I originally got subsection B on this, we talked, I told him I didn't want those others to go away. But that's been 15 years ago.
Yeah, PSC puts out new PSC permits every 6 months, or every time a PSC permit is changed. And the book that I just sent you is one from, I want to say, a month ago or 2 months ago. It's constantly changing. There's people coming into the market. There's PSC permits being bought and sold, which happens. But as it sits right now, the most current resource that I'm using is the one that I sent the commissioners. And under subsection C, class D, the service that you guys need that Granite County is requesting at this point in time, neither Granite Disposal nor Grizzly is permitted to do.
Yeah.
You're stuck on.
So
He
sell
just
what?
said that you have to. What is it, Ryan, sub class B, class C?
So under Robinson's, DBA Granite Disposal, PSC number 3904, subsection C, class D, garbage between all points and places in Granite County, carrier is allowed to transport authorized commodities to certified landfills for territory authorized. Use of roll-off containers and or transfer trailers is prohibited. So at this point in time, Granite County or Granite Disposal is not allowed to use, which is why they want to go to using 6 yards and shut down your transfer sites and take jobs away from people, is because they can't do that service legally within your county. And I'm not wanting to change anything. I want to keep status quo and provide the service that we have done.
Okay. We've never had any qualification about shutting down transfer stations. And on the D, that I'm saying my A and B, or A and B, makes it a legal right to use them for Phillipsburg. And already Phillipsburg. Like to do, we can do a 6-yard containers and Drummond and maintain them every day. There's a lot of trucks going through all the time. We can keep them empty. So we're gonna haul through it. We're not taking anybody's job, it's easy to do. We're not trying to put John out of business or Jody or Slash or whoever. We're not interested in operating service. We're a truck. We're on a haul.
So I think Rick made a good point earlier about them going to the Public Service Commission and getting a clarification so the county can, we got I guess a kind of legal dispute here on whether their option would work or not, and whether the county would want to go with that route is another, I mean, that'd be up to the commission, but I think get a clarification on whether they can do that.
Yep. And then the 2 questions I have, right, and this is the question is if the county does not want to take the 5-year extension that we have within our contract right now, right? If you guys don't want to take that 5-year extension, right, then then what should happen is to say that, no, the county does not want to take this extension. We are willing to entertain bids and send out an RFP. If that's the case, then I would pull this back and send out and ask you to send out an RFP, and we would submit a bid. I was thinking we were coming to the table looking for an extension, which is the conversation that we had, I want to say, a month ago. So I'm confused on what the county's intent is. I just want to make sure that I'm trying to provide the service that you guys need is it.
And the county appreciates that. It's just we're getting another offer to transport as well. So the county was wanting to look and see which is in the best interest of the county. And so we're not trying to cut Republic out at all. We're just trying to see what works best for the county.
And I think, and I appreciate that. That's the direction I was looking for. What I'm trying to figure out is, then you don't want to take the extension, and you want new pricing. Like that's what I need. The communication that I'm not getting. That's what I need to know. And that's what I feel like the step that has been skipped, or that I'm new to this as well, right? So, and I'm new to working on this side of the state. So the process, I might not be the best at it yet, but are we not going to take the extension, and are we sending out an RFP? I just need clear decision on that. If I could, that's what I need.
So we need bids.
So if, are we not taking the 5-year extension? Is that what you guys are saying?
Because we don't really know it.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the thing. you
But
can't-
when he's bringing 5-year extension, he's bringing something completely different.
Request for proposals that could be done as well. In fact, we brought that up a couple of weeks ago, and I thought there was an email to both parties asking if they wanted to go that route. Maybe I missed that.
No, it was to the-
It was just pricing, but that was the question that we were supposed to have this, like, are we taking the fight? Because what I sent was the notice for extension, right? It holds terms at what the current extension is, according to the contract, right? I'm held to the contract that I currently have, right? So if someone submits something different, I can't do that because I'm legally bound to the contract that we have, which is we have a 5-year contract. We have the ability to do another 5-year contract with Granite County, if that's what the county wishes. I have to hold the same PI and same language from the previous from the initially signed contract.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, sorry.
So I think getting the info back from the Public Service Commission, and then potentially the advice would be to put it out for
A new proposal.
new proposals. So it's the it's the same thing we're requesting for both sides. So, but we can get Grizzly or Granite Disposal's thoughts on that too.
What I'm getting is Republic is saying that you can't, and you're saying you can. So
Till it's proven. It's
You know,
kind
we need to
of-
get that back first. Yeah.
Why wasn't this ever brought up earlier, like a month ago when you were in here? Or maybe we'd have a little heads up. Now we're getting down to the end where it's getting close to your extent. Well, don't throw your arms up at me.
Oh, I thought I agree with you. I agree with you, and I did bring this up.
I've never heard nothing about where they can or can't haul. I guess you were saying.
So I did have a conversation with Billy about this, and I said it would be in our best or in your guys' best interest to have that conversation and to look into the PSC. I don't feel like it's my job to look at the PSC for the people that are trying to come into it, because I'm doing it legally. They're the ones not doing it. They need to set the bar to show that they can provide the service legally. I don't feel like it's my burden to have to provide them their ground to stand on. So I agree. I don't think, I know that I'm doing things legally because I have the background, the information, the knowledge to do it, right? At some point, they need to look at the people coming into the market or people trying to submit the bid. anyone submitting the bid needs to do that legally. So I don't feel like it's my burden to do that, but I did say that, and I did have a conversation that brought up this, that I don't think that Grizzly has the ability, or Granite Disposal has the ability, as it is set forth currently right now, to haul within Granite County.
All right, so that's the first thing, get that we'll get clarification from,
Well, and then
PSC, and
the
then we
one
can
thing
decide.
with Drummond, what is this, 6-yard rear load containers? What's the difference between that and 2 quantity compact receivers and 1 40-yard open top box? By big difference.
Ones are just really big dumpsters that we empty into a truck. Roll off, they come in and pick up the box and take it to it, empty it, bring it back, or leave it empty. So we would leave the dumpsters there and empty them probably as needed, but we should service them every day, keep them empty. And I do resent the implication that we were not following the law and we're being crooks.
I never said that.
I believe my license is valid. And I've always believed that. And, I thought I had clarifications been years ago, and that's what I was going on. And I'll get something current if I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
definitely the county's not saying that.
I know you guys.
Yeah.
I never said you were crooks at all. I said that you need to look at, it's my due diligence to look at if I can legally provide service when somewhere. And I feel like it's everyone's responsibility. If they're going to provide a service, they need to do that.
Okay, agreed.
I feel like I'm being made to look bad here, and I'm trying to do the best to provide the service for Granite County. And none of that is my intent.
Whole deal was just try to see if we could find a better deal, and, that's why it's been proposed, or talking to us about, and that's all we're trying to help the taxpayers and stuff. And now it seems like it's getting into a big old conflict.
Say your name, please.
Billy Fisher, Grizzly Disposal. I have a public comment. I'm just here to help Granite Disposal get this contract and help Granite County. Okay, that's my only input is this, because we were both hauling to Deer Lodge and it came across, we could get them a better bid in Deer Lodge. It doesn't matter who has the license, who doesn't. It's up to the parties to prove it. Okay, you can believe Ryan, you can believe Rich. It doesn't matter. You'll see it in a second, right? The only shady part of this thing is now we have 2 bids out there. Republic has a bid out there. Granite Disposal has a bid out there. Now, if they want to rebid it, they're going to use his numbers and try to lowball it, which isn't a very fair playing field for Mr. Robinson. The only difference of the 6 yards at Drummond compared to Republic Services is he is the only guy that can provide service that goes directly to the landfill and eliminates all your costs of consolidation. So you can't compare apples to apples because he's the only guy that hauls door to door here that can take 32% of your waste directly to Deer Lodge and not dump it at Drummond. So you can't do apples and apples because they can't provide the service that he does. I just want to be clear of that. You can go back and he needs to make sure he can haul roll-offs, okay? You need confirmation on that. Republic can haul roll-offs, that's fine, everybody knows that. They can't provide the service that Mr. Robinson can provide. They can haul directly to the landfill without consolidation from.
We're kind of running, and this is getting deeper and deeper. So are you saying then there wouldn't be any dumping in Drummond at all? You would just haul directly?
He hauls 30% of your Drummond right now, he hauls it. So you would lose 33% right off the bat going in the transfer station. So you lose that cost. No one can match that. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, these bids are, in my mind, inconsequential because he can haul 33% directly to the landfill where you don't have to load it again and reload it and unload it. So you got to look at that differently. You can't go apples to apples. If you guys want to make a change, make a change. If you want to have roll-off boxes, bid apples to apples and have the same cost you've had over the last 20 years. So that's the decision you got to make. He has to get clarification. Mr. Robinson told me he has a permit to haul roll-offs. I believe he does. get the thing from PSC, then you can go apples to apples.
You can get that info first and then,
Yeah.
then the commission can decide what you wanna do at that time.
I thought, and I agree that we need to be able to make a bid. I thought we were bidding for what's currently there. I didn't know we could bid for something different. So I think that's why, and your answer that you're asking if I would submit a different bid, well, absolutely, I would submit a different bid if it was not an extension and it was an RFP. I'm bound to the extension that the RFP or that the contract states currently if we're going to take that. If not, I need to know the guidelines that the RFP wants to follow, and I would bid that. I'm not trying to create something new or something different. It's the standard that we've done, that a lot of other counties have done and cities have done. I didn't know that we could bid on different size containers and different things, so I would have done that. I just didn't know. So would I change my pricing? I'll be honest. Yeah, I would change my pricing because I didn't know what the standard, what we could bid on.
Go ahead.
So, and you're doing the very same thing.
Is that correct?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know, I'm saying like, last year, I hauled in 1,300 tons. That's what I picked up, went into the Drummond station. I would now haul that directly. I wouldn't bring it to a transfer station. I go directly to Deer Lodge with it, with my trucks. So we're keeping that out of the station. We're not wearing the garbage out by dumping it into this and that and hauling it back and forth. I can haul it directly. And that's a cost saving for you and for me. And you know, to me, it's a win-win situation. We can
Okay,
just
so
handle that garbage. We're gonna get. take it right
we're
to the
really
landfill.
running,
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you're
That's
kind
it.
of repeating yourself.
So-
All right, sorry.
So if you go to the PSC and find out, then this can be back on the agenda.
So, okay, so what we'd have to say is then we'd have to ask for Republic to, for a new proposal from Republic because it wouldn't be extension of the 5-year contract.
You're looking for a new, you're right, Commissioner, you'd be looking for an RFP or a new bid. And I would ask for something from Granite County that would say, you know, Granite County does not wish to extend the 5-year contract. We're going to submit for RFP. And at that time, then I would submit a new RFP bid pricing set forth in the guidelines for an RFP that you guys decide as a county commissioners. And then I would submit an RFP or bid based off of that.
Something to consider,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
something
mean,
for
that's,
commission to
that,
consider.
and like you're saying, apples and oranges, this is apple, this is oranges.
So it
So
just tastes better.
what we have to do, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I guess get your information to us, what you need, we'll put this on the agenda again.
Okay.
And do we want to make this to request a new proposal from Republic and we're not gonna do the 5-year extension? Because then you're both bidding for something. Right now, what Republic thought they were doing is extending the contract for 5 years. Does that make sense? And you guys are proposing something, a new proposal. So he'd be entitled to submitting a new proposal.
That way
Well,
everybody's
if
on
they
the
find
same
out
page.
they're not legal, could we extend the existing contract? You see what I'm saying?
Did you get
Yeah.
that question?
so wait, you're saying wait and see. Yeah, wait and
I
see.
think that's the whole deal, is
Yeah.
why we don't need nothing until we find out if he's even legal to do
So,
what he's doing.
I guess what we'll do then, people, is we'll find out that they've got the correct permits and we'll go from there. And if it's Granite County saying, no, we're not gonna extend the 5-year contract, we're gonna go for a new proposal, we request a new proposal from each of you. Does that
Yeah, we'll
work?
put it in, yeah, put it in the newspaper. Yeah. it'll be in the
Yep.
news-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's
is
do
that
that.
okay with you, Ryan?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys listening to me and hearing me out.
Okay. Okay, so we're really way out of agenda time here, so we'll postpone this until what?
Need a
We're gonna
motion
do
to
it.
put it in the paper.
How long do you think it's gonna be before
No.
we
Or,
get
yeah,
that?
wait and see, yeah, wait and see. So-
Wait to see it,
Yeah.
then we'll
I
do
will,
everything.
I'll
right.
start on it right
Okay.
away. I don't,
Okay.
when you know, how when you're dealing with government things,
Okay.
always.
Yeah, you need to get on it right away, 'cause we don't wanna sit here and we wait too much, then we
I
got.
will.
Okay, all right, thank you, Ryan, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey, the next agenda item, I guess no public comment because we haven't made a decision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the dam tenders report.
Looks like it's going up.
The lake reservoir is 6429.31 feet as of 5:15 this morning, 2.28 inches below full pool.
I was gonna tell you, Chuck, last week we was gonna try to go up 35, but they wouldn't give us they were against it, just because we knew this was all coming.
So I think, well, we didn't get that much precipitation for that much rise, in my opinion. So I think something's coming in from like Silver Lake.
They shut something off, they weren't taking some out to somewhere, so now it's pushing back, so we're getting there, and then.
So we're getting Silver Lake.
And Peterson Meadows is up a little bit too, is what I understand.
So I think we should try to go to 35.
We tried last week and they would not agree with us. That's why we sent an email or something. Billy's trying to get a hold of everyone, just your comment on that.
Yeah, I just read it on Sunday.
But they wouldn't go for it anyway, so we just said, let's stay at 30.
Did you wanna try for the 35 and then if they deny it, we'll go do 30?
Yeah.
I think we have to. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we had a local rancher in here too. Pat Pravanik was here and he's hoping to come up too.
So I'll make a motion to go to 35 unless, if the DVP won't agree to it. And then we'll stay at 30.
They are on if you wanted.
Might as well
So
get there.
Brad, we're gonna go to the 35 and then we'll get whether you agree or disagree. Simply because of the moisture that we haven't really, I think it's gonna maybe, what do you think?
Well, I think it's going up. It's gonna keep going up.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we can go to 35 and see if we can even it out a little bit. Cause I think we're getting it from Silver Lake. We're getting it someplace. I got 7/10 of an inch of precipitation on my place. Okay, that's not enough to justify this rise. I've been watching that. So it rose more than we got precipitation, in my opinion.
I guess just let me know when you guys want to hear from me, because I definitely have a few thoughts.
go ahead, Brad, go ahead.
Yeah, I personally, yeah, that myself looking at the data, I'm not sure why you guys want to go to 35 at this point, unless you want to send water to the ranchers, but Peterson Meadows and Warm Springs, both Peterson Meadow has no snow left there. Warm Springs has been dropping like a rock. There's only like 3 or 4 inches left there. I don't think the reservoir is going to fill if you guys increase outflows. I'm not sure the reservoir is going to fill at 30 CFS outflows. And I know that's always the goal, is to fill the pool. So yeah, I don't quite understand it. I don't know about water coming over from Silver Lake. I hadn't heard that. I'm not sure that's happening. I think we got some rain and it filled up a little bit, but yeah, so that's what I'm seeing.
Well, what I saw is it went down almost 4, and then right up that precipitation, it's still going up. I don't know. It's,
Damned if you do and damned if you don't. No pun there.
And we've talked to you about Silver Lake before, Brad. That's been brought up because that was a conflict last year. And every year we always bring that up.
Well, I'm not saying it hasn't been brought up. I don't know. I don't know the status of Silver Lake. It doesn't sound like anybody knows for sure, do they?
Butte seems
well,
to.
if it's full, then we're getting seepage from Silver Lake into Georgetown.
Oh, you're talking seepage, okay, because there is a potential to get surface flow. I thought you were talking through Hartla. Okay, you're just saying groundwater, yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility, but I guess, I mean, my gut feeling is I don't think we're gonna fill, and particularly if we go up, but you guys were gonna ask for a report from DNRC. I thought we talked last meeting. Did that happen or?
I requested a report, but I haven't heard anything back. So I'll follow up on it and hopefully we hear something this week.
So I guess I'll change mine.
Stay at
I
30.
guess we'll stay at 30.
But it don't seem like they're gonna pat, or, you know,
Yeah.
give that to do it, so.
So
Same
motion,
thing as last week, sounds like.
so motion 30.
But if we keep going up, we gotta go up. Cause we're a little over 2 now. We're gonna be within an inch,
Mm-hmm.
and then if we're getting rain. Well, anyway, so I'll stay at 30.
30.
I don't agree with it.
In a second. Okay. I'll second it.
Well, I don't agree with it either.
Okay, you did make the motion for 30, and then I'll second it. Any public comment? None? Okay, set at 30, motion carried and passed.
Thanks for letting me talk. Appreciate it.
Aye. All those in favor?
Aye. All in favor? Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed, nay. Okay. Okay, so we have our county primary election vote canvas. We're kind of running a little late. Sorry, Sarah.
Did you want to do something else first or? Okay, so. And so I'll let you have those, and like we talked about, you'll have
Okay,
to
okay.
go back and forth.
So,
Okay.
let's scoot up.
So I talked to the counties and the county, and they do it this way, so it must be different from how it was, and I looked through the canvas.
And there, yeah,
And it
there-
just talks about sealed ballots, if we don't deal with the ballots, that's just an
Okay.
audit. And
so there
Yeah,
isn't
so-
anything that,
Mm-mm.
okay.
No, I mean, I could go get the poll books and
Nope,
stuff
that-
for you guys to look at, but I can kind of say, nothing, you can do that, so.
Okay, so. You've got the,
Which one would you, do you wanna,
so I don't know how,
do you wanna just,
okay, you've got him,
oh,
what you do with your stuff.
I think it's right there. And then that, yeah, that's the totals, and then there'll be all of the different races under that.
Precinct 1, so it start precinct 1. I just have results by precinct, so I don't really have. I can't really start, or do you want me to start?
Right, you know, that's,
Then give me this one,
yeah, if you wanna do that one.
if you want me to.
Okay, and then I'll say, so Chuck, when you're doing this, and she's doing precinct 1, so this is all by the ballot. So by the Democrat, Green, Libertarian, Republican, so you're gonna have the president here, the Democrat president here, there's
So what-
nothing for the
Sarah, what we
Green.
can do, let's just start,
Yeah.
we'll do the Republicans through the whole thing.
Oh, okay,
And then we'll do Democrat through the whole thing,
okay,
and then that might be easier.
that might be, yeah.
Why does it change so much? Wasn't it ever easier before when we
I-
did this?
I think it was, you know, I think it's because of the report that the DS 450 puts out, so.
So like once upon a time, we used to have, when we canvassed, we had to hand the slashes, we counted to make sure they were okay. Then the next was the machines, and we had ticket printouts. Well, now it just runs as a report,
Yeah, and it's not a very user-friendly report. It kind of goes back and forth, and that's why we put it on that, so that it's
So what
easier to
you-
read.
You need to do is just look for the Republicans. We'll start with Republicans.
And I
All
will
I
show-
have is Democrat.
Nope, so here's your precinct,
What
or,
do you want us to start with?
so I'm just showing him where the
Oh.
Republicans are. The Republicans start
What's first, and we'll just do first.
Democrat.
Okay, let's start with the Democrat.
Can I ask one question? I missed that. You're voted for 35,
30,
for
they
30?
changed it to
Okay,
30,
okay,
yeah, I hate that.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
we would have been turned down by, you have to be turned down,
You have to have all three.
it has to be unanimous.
Okay.
Okay, so we're starting with precinct 1. And Democrat for president. Joseph R. Biden Jr., precinct 1 is 61,
Can I mark on that?
okay?
Yeah.
Now, these are all copies that we can just,
Absolutely.
and then for United States Senator, precinct 1, Brad Johnson, 53. Check, check.
He's a Republican. Brad
He's
Johnson's a
Republican.
Republican.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go, I already
That's
screwed
why.
up. These are not user friendly.
No, none of them are user-friendly, and that's where.
Republican,
So we're on Democrat with Tester.
okay, so this list shows Republican. There's Democrat. Okay. So. United States Senator, United States Senator, United States Senator. Where's the,
So it's on
Where's
page
the-
2, at the bottom of the page, United
oh,
States
it's at the
Senator.
bottom.
Yep.
It's not,
No.
okay,
This sucks.
Yeah.
United States.
No, this
Yeah.
sucks. Why did
United
they change
States
it?
Senator,
Yeah.
precinct 1, Michael Hummer, 3, and John Kester, 68. Okay, so now we're going to,
It might, I don't know, if it would be easier for you just to remember, and then they find it on their ones.
Do you
Just so
think?
that, I think it probably would be.
one
easier,
trade, what am I
because-
trading with?
Yeah, no, I think it'd be easier if you're looking at this.
If you look
let's
at
say-
this, it's go way easier.
Yeah, and then you guys
Way
find it
easier,
on,
cause you got, if you're going in line and it's just so much easier, you can look, cause then the next one's a Reston First Congressional District. And it's for the Democrat, and it's Monica Trinnell,
Or-
67. Otherwise, you got it down, try to figure.
yeah, going
Okay,
all around. I know, it's.
so what are we doing? We're gonna go to each,
I would just use,
all the precincts?
or just go through precinct 1, you know, and then that's the other thing, is this it goes 1, 10, 2, and 9.
Yeah,
Anyway, so yeah, just do 1, and I would just go through each of the races. They'll be able to find it on theirs.
okay, so President Democrat, Joseph R. Biden, 61, no preference 2. Okay, President Republican, Donald J. Trump, 215, no preference 19.
Correct.
Okay,
Here's your pin.
Oh, thank you.
President Green, precinct 1, 0. Okay.
I didn't have a green.
Was there
It's
another?
just, it's a green, but it's no preference is what it says on it. And then there's a G.
I just
Okay.
thought they were looking for somebody.
we got
that
them
had
all.
green.
Yeah.
Now, United States Senator, Republican, Brad Johnson, 53. Kim Sheehy, 168. and Charles Walking Child 27. Hey, check.
Check.
Don't nod your head. I can't hear a nod your
Check,
head.
check, check.
Okay. And United States Senator Green, Robert Barb 0, and Michael Downey 1.
Check.
Morgan Green.
It says G, it just says G, there's nobody by name of Green.
Yeah, so the Green Party is gonna be back here. That's what this one is.
Sorry, guys, we're running a little late. We'll try to do this fast.
Democrat, and then the green. Yeah, so there's the no preference, and then here's Michael Downey. So that was 0 and 1. Yep.
Okay, good. So United States Representative District 1, Democrat, Monica Chanel, Precinct 1, 67.
Okay.
Okay, United States Representative District 1, Republican, Mary Todd, 83, and Ryan Zinke, 173.
Okay.
This is precinct 1. Okay, United States Representative District 1, Libertarian, Dennis Hayes, 0, and Ernie Noble, 0.
Okay.
Okay, Governor and Lieutenant Governor, Democrat, Ryan Busey, 46.
Okay.
And Jim Hunt, 15. And check from you.
Yeah, again.
I know, that one's.
Okay, Lieutenant Governor, Republican, Greg Gianforte, 187. Tanner Smith, 75.
Correct.
Secretary of State, Jesse James Mullen, Precinct, Democrat, Precinct 159.
Okay.
Secretary of State, Republican, Christy Jacobson, Precinct 1, 222.
Okay.
Attorney General, Democrat, Ben Alke, Precinct 154.
Okay.
Attorney General, Republican, Precinct 1, Austin Knudsen, 181, and Logan Olson, 53.
Right.
Okay. State Auditor, Democrat, John Repke, Precinct 154.
Okay.
State Auditor, Republican, James Brown, Precinct 1, 139. And John J. Willoughby, 60.
Correct.
Okay, State Superintendent of Public Construction, Democrat, Shannon O'Brien, Precinct 157.
Correct.
Okay. State Superintendent of Public Construction, Republican, Cheryl Allen, 89. And Susie Padalen, 105. That's
Correct.
precinct 1. Clerk of Supreme Court, Democrat, Aaron Ferris Olson, precinct 1, 42. Jordan Opus, 10.
Oh, wait, where's
Clerk,
that?
huh?
I'm lost.
Yeah, I know. This one's terrible. Okay, so that was the Democrat. the US Senator. Oh, right, and they put, here you are. So this is. There's the Sharon Ellen and Susan Hedlund. And then we get down to. They have. Oh, God.
I hear you.
I know, this one's. Which one was that? What race was that?
This is Clerk of Supreme
Clerk
Court.
of
Clerk of
Supreme
Supreme
Court.
Court.
Jason W. Ellsworth,
Yeah.
96. And Bowen Greenwood, 96.
Okay, and then you're gonna be back here for the Democrat. Or
Clerk or Supreme Court,
Supreme Court, there is. Oh, that's Aaron, there.
Supreme Court Chief Justice, nonpartisan, Jeremiah Lynch, 106. Doug Marshall, 44. And Corey Swanson, 119.
Yeah, all the non-partisan.
Oh, this is one.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, now.
Terrible.
See now with Joe.
Supreme Court Chief Justice.
Okay, who were they?
Jeremy Lynch, 106.
Yep.
Doug Marshall, 44.
Yep.
And Corey Swanson, 119.
So you're looking at something different than me.
No, this one has the nonpartisan stuff all the way at the,
Oh, the precincts.
at the,
At the very end.
yeah, it had it. All the nonpartisan stuff is at the very end. Yeah, that's what I said, it's gonna be lots of flipping back and forth, and that one is
He's in
terrible.
a bad mood.
Yeah. I'm sure that's not helping.
Where are you? What do you need checked off?
The same old.
Okay, so Supreme Court Justice 3, nonpartisan. For precinct 1, Catherine Degary, 118. Jerry O'Neill, 54.
Yep.
Dan Wilson, 91.
Correct.
Okay. District Court Judge, District 3, Department 1, nonpartisan, Precinct 1, Jeffrey W. DeHood, 237.
Correct.
Yep.
State Senator, District 38, Democrat, Jeffrey Benson, Precinct 1, 48. State Senator, District 38, Republican, Becky Beard, 133. Gregory Frazier, 58.
That one's on page 7.
And Jeremy Migland, 39.
Correct.
Okay, State Representative District 76. Republican Precinct 1, John Fitzpatrick, 130. And Dave Kessler III, 124.
Correct.
Clerk of District Court, Republican Carol Lawrenson, Precinct 1, 250.
Correct.
County Commissioner, District 3, Republican, Precinct 1, Paul Kolaski, 206.
Correct.
Treasurer, Superintendent of Schools, Public Administration, blah, blah, blah. Republican Lauren Robbins, 85. And Ashley Todd, 167. That's Precinct 1. Granite County Local Government Review, Precinct 1, against 124, and for 182.
Correct.
Town of Drummond, the Local Government Review, nonpartisan, whoops, that's 10, never mind.
Say Phillipsburg, review again.
Town of
It's just looking
Phillipsburg. Local Government Review, Precinct 1, 46 against. And 111 for. Okay. Town of Phillipsburg Resort Tax, Precinct 1, against 88. And for 77.
Correct.
Okay, now, back we go.
It's good at the end.
You can put that one away and grab.
Oh, yeah, okay.
President. Now go to precinct 10. That's what I have on my list here.
Precinct 10.
Yeah, because that list, it goes 1, 10, 2, and 9.
If you don't mind, okay. Joseph R. Biden Jr., 47. No preference 5.
Now go to the Republican.
Okay, President Republican Donald J. Trump. Precinct 10, 228. And no preference 25.
Correct.
President Green. No Preference 0. A United States Senator, Democrat, precinct 10, Michael Hummert, 2, and John Tester, 52. United States Senator, Republican, precinct 10, Brad Johnson, 54, Tim Sheehy, 185, and Charles Walking Child, 14. United States Senator Green, Robert Barb, 0, and Michael Downing, 0. U.S. Representative District 1 Democrat, Precinct 10, Monica Chanel, 53. U.S. Representative District 1 Republican, Precinct number 10, Mary Todd, 46, and Ryan Zinke, 217. U.S. Representative District 1 Libertarian Dennis Hayes, 0, and Ernie Noble, 1. A Governor, Lieutenant Governor Democrat, Ryan Busey, 28, and Jim Hunt, 23. That's precinct 10. Governor and Lieutenant Governor Republican, Greg Gianforte, 192, and Tanner Smith, 69. A Secretary of State Democrat, Jesse James Mullen, precinct 10, 55. Secretary of State Republican, Christy Jacobson, precinct 10, 236.
I get this.
Those start on page 6.
Huh?
Start on page 6 and just keep your thumb there and then go back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, and just keep your thumb there.
Don't trade. Okay, we are at Attorney General Democrat.
So keep your thumb on that and then go for, yeah. And then go to page 2 on that one. There you go. Now you get it.
Okay, precinct number 10, Ben Alki, 52. Okay, got it? Attorney General Republican, precinct 10, Austin Knudsen, 197. And Logan Olson, 45. The State Auditor, precinct 10, John Repke, 51. Okay. State Auditor, Republican, precinct 10, James Brown, 151. And John J. Willoughby, 71. State Department of Public Instruction, Democrat, precinct 10, Shannon O'Brien, 52. Okay. State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Republican, precinct 10, Cheryl Allen, 101. And Susie Headland, 112.
Correct.
They were. And now you- and say, sorry.
So Clerk of Supreme Court, Democrat Aaron Ferris Olson, precinct 1039. And Jordan Opus 9.
Correct.
Clerk of Supreme Court, Republican Jason W. Ellsworth, 103. And Bowen Greenwood, 112. That's precinct 10. Supreme Court Chief Justice, this is nonpartisan, precinct 10.
Those are
Jeremiah
gonna be on the
Lynch.
back page. Last page, yeah. Should be able to find those there.
Say it again.
Jeremiah Lynch for Supreme Court Chief Justice.
Let's see here. I think that this one, there you go. together. Huh? I know, I'm gonna figure out a different way of doing this, I'll try to.
Okay, Jeremiah Lynch, precinct 1092. Doug Marshall, 51. Corey Swanson, 136. Supreme Court Justice number 3, Catherine Gary, 116. Jerry O'Neill, 63. Dan Wilson, 98. Okay, District Court Judge, District 3, Department 1, nonpartisan, Jeffrey W. DeHood, precinct 10, 250. State Senator, District 38, Democrat,
Okay, now you gotta go back. I'm just telling you, he's gotta go back one page. Yeah.
Jeffrey Benson, precinct 1051. Good thing we don't have 20 precincts, isn't it? State Senator, District 38, Republican, Becky Beard, 108. Gregory Fraser, 59, and Jeremy Miglin, 76. State Representative, District 76, Republican, Precinct 10, John Fitzpatrick, 105, Dave Kessler, 3, 152. Clerk of District Court, Republican, Carol Wardson, Precinct 10, 246. County Commissioner, District 3, Republican, Paul Kolaski, 228, Precinct 10. Treasurer, Laura Robbins, 75, Ashley Todd, 150. Bannock County Local Government Review, against 131 and for 147. Local Town of Drummond Local Government Review, against 39 and for 33. Okay, well, okay, all right, so back, starting all over again. Now we're going to precinct 2. Joseph R. Biden for president, 83.
And then you just put your hand. So there's the president's gonna be there, and then quickly over, so I'll just hold it like that.
Okay,
And that might be easier.
no preference, 6. Republican Donald J. Trump, 225, no preference, 24. President Green, no preference, 0. United States Senator Democrat, Michael Hummert, 2, and John Kester, 92. United States Senator Republican, Precinct 2, Brad Johnson, 63. Kim Sheehy, 172, and Charles Walking Child, 24. United States Senator Green, Robert Barb, Precinct 20, Michael Downey, Precinct 20. U.S. Representative District 1 Democrat, Precinct 2, Monica Trainer, 89. U.S. Representative District 1 Republican, Precinct 2, Mary Todd, 72, Ryan Zinke, 189. U.S. Representative District 1 Libertarian, Dennis Hayes, 1, and Ernie Noble, 1.
Page 5. Just like.
Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Democrat, Ryan Busey, Precinct 2, 45. Jim Hunt, 36. Governor,
You said
Lieutenant
Democrat?
Governor,
Yeah, so. Democrat, governor, there, 45 and 36.
45 and 36.
Yep.
Republican, precinct 2, Greg Gianforte, 195, and Tanner Smith, 71. Secretary of State, Democrat, precinct 2, Jesse James Mullen, 78. Secretary of State, Republican, Christy Jacobson, precinct 2, 224. Attorney General, Democrat, precinct 2, Ben Alkey, 78. Attorney General, Republican, Austin Knudsen, 190, Logan Olson, 47. State Auditor, Democrat, John Repke, 80, that's precinct 2. State Auditor, Republican, James Brown, 134, John J. Willoughby, 75. State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Shannon O'Brien, 79, that's precinct 2. State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Republican, Cheryl Allen, 64, and Susie Hadalin, 129. Clerk of Supreme Court, Democrat, Aaron Ferris Olson, 59, and Jordan Opus, 17. Clerk of Court, Clerk of Supreme Court, Republican, Jason W. Ellsworth, 92, Bowen Greenwood, 110. Supreme Court Chief Justice, nonpartisan, Jeremiah Lynch, 93, Doug Marshall, 58, Corey Swanson, 139.
Page 8,
Huh?
page 8, it's that stupid non-partisan stuff. There you go.
Okay,
You
say
get
it- say it
that
again.
one next, one. You can have that one next.
Okay. He's got it now, though.
He's got it now.
Yeah,
Before we only have one precinct to go.
yeah, he's got it, so
Okay,
we're good.
so we're at Supreme Court Justice number 3, Catherine Bettigary, whatever, 135. Jerry O'Neill, 66. Dan Wilson, 89.
Say one again. Lynch and Marshall.
The Supreme Court Chief Justice, the one just above it. Can you do
Supreme
that one?
Court, yeah, Supreme Court Chief Justice Jeremiah Lynch is 93. And Doug Marshall, 58. And Corey Swanson, 139. Okay. So we did Supreme Court Justice 3. Now we're on District Court Judge, District 3, Department 1. Jeffrey DeHood, 282. State Senator, District 38, Democrat.
Now you go back.
Jeffrey Benson, 75. State Senator, District 38, Republican. Becky Beard, 105. Gregory Fraser, 90. And Jeremy Miglin, 31. State Representative, District 76, Republican. John Fitzpatrick, 130. And Dave Kessler, 3, 133. Clerk of District Court, Carol Bornson, Precinct 2, 252. County Commissioner, District 3, Republican, Precinct 2, Paul Klasky, 209. Treasurer, Lauren Robbins, 47, Ashley Todd, 190. Granite County Local Government Review, Precinct 2, against, 135. For it, 200. A local, or we, yeah, Town of Phillips Local Government Review, Precinct 2, against, 52, and for it, 79. And Town of Phillipsburg Resort Tax Precinct 2 against is 90 and for it is 43. One more precinct to go. The smallest one. The numbers will be little.
How forward everyone they've left.
Yeah. One precinct left. Okay, President, Democrat, Biden, 36. No preference for. President, Republican, Trump, 207. No preference, 12.
Okay.
Yeah, page 5 is where you want your finger.
Ready? Do I need to repeat something?
I think you got it.
Trump 207.
Yep. President Green, no preference, 0. United States Senator, Democrat, Michael Hummert, 2, Kester, 42. United States Senator, Republican, Brad Johnson, 39. Tim Sheehy, 171. Charles Walking Child, 16. United States Senator Green, Robert Bard, 0. Michael Downey, 0. U.S. Representative District 1 Democrat, Monica Traynor, 40. U.S. Representative District 1 Republican, Mary Todd, 35. Ryan Zinke, 194. U.S. Representative District 1 Libertarian, 0 for Dennis Hayes, and 0 for Ernie Noble. Governor and Lieutenant Governor Democrat, Ryan Busey, 22. Jim Hunt, 15. Governor, Lieutenant Governor Republican, Greg Gianforte, 170. Tanner Smith, 53. Secretary of State, Democrat, Jesse James Mullen, 40.
Hang on,
Secretary
he's
of
getting to
State,
page 2. He's got to get to page 2. They're stuck together. You need some of that stuff. I swear I did not glue them.
You say it again.
what am I saying again?
Jesse James.
Jesse James Mullen, 40. Secretary of State Republican Christy Jacobson, 212. Attorney General Democrat Ben Alkey, 37. Attorney General Republican.
Wait a second, Blanche.
Oh, sorry.
We want page 6. I know. There you go. And then down to Christy Jacobson, the 212.
Do the Democrat again.
Oh, he'd like
Attorney
to,
General,
Yeah, 37.
37. Attorney General Republican, 182. And for Austin Knudsen and Logan Wilson is 30. State Auditor, John Repke, 36. That's Democrat. State Auditor, Republican, James Brown, 147. John J. Willoughby, 45. State Superintendent of Public Construction, Shannon O'Brien, Democrat, 35. State Superintendent of Public Construction, Republican, Cheryl Allen, 87. Suzie Hadalan, 94. Clerk of Supreme Court Democrat, Aaron Ferris Olson, 33. Jordan Opus, 2. Clerk of Supreme Court Republican, Jason W. Ellsworth, 84. Owen Greenwood, 100. Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice, nonpartisan,
now we're going to the last page, yeah.
Jeremy Lynch, 55. Doug Marshall, 31. And Corey Swanson, 142. Supreme Supreme Court Justice number 3, nonpartisan, Catherine Bergere, by a bit of,
Yeah.
pronounce that.
Did it, Gary? I don't know.
Bidigiri. 97, Jerry O'Neill, 33, Ann Wilson, 88. District Court Judge, District 3, Department 1, nonpartisan Jeffrey DeHood, 201. State Senator, District 38, Democrat Jeffrey Benson, 32. State Senator, District 38, Republican Becky Beard, 118. Gregory Fraser, 31. Jerry Migland, 62. State Representative, District 70.
You're on page 7 is what you're looking for. And then Blanche, could you do the,
Okay, Becky Beard, 118,
yeah.
Fraser, 31,
Mm-hmm.
Michaelin, 62.
Yes. Okay, State Representative, District 76, Republican, John Fitzpatrick, 99. And Dave Kessler, 3, 126. Clerk of District Court, Republican, Carol Warrenson, 217. County Commissioner, District 3, Republican, Paul Klasky, 194. Treasurer, Lauren Robbins, 52. Ashley Todd, 150. Local Government Review against 108, for 132. And that's it.
And you can look at the tops of those to see if they're the same numbers that are
Yep.
on there.
So everything's good.
Yeah,
Good
the,
jive.
yeah, the, and here, I'll get that sheet. Oh, I need it, yeah, sorry. The general will not be like this. Still be precincts, but it won't be.
Yeah.
Won't be all the different parties. That's what makes it. Yeah. I was trying to figure out, I guess I could separate all of the precincts out and print them out and then make sure that Democrats are only in one thing. But I
think it'd be easier.
can try to do something that would make it. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for all you do, Miss Election Administrator.
All right.
Also works. Election.
Yeah,
Okay,
general will be like, okay. All righty.
thank you.
Good job.
Okay, we're running behind.
Wants to go get the folks. Oh, are they? Okay.
So we're like 25 or 35 minutes behind, sorry. Our next agenda item is Granite County Courthouse and ADA projects with TCS Northwest and Slate.
Take a look.
Now that's got me on that, yes. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that one.
You guys looking sharp.
Thank you. Dress code.
Yes.
I don't know. Have OSHA here.
Hey, I have these. These for you.
Thank you.
Those were in here.
I've also got copies too.
Okay, you get more.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's a busy morning, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks, you're good.
All ways.
Get in your way. Okay.
you all here? Oh, we're waiting for.
Chuck's, yeah, I'll be right back.
So.
Good.
Who's the lead spokesperson? You?
Don't Ryan, I'm running, so,
You guys all signed.
yeah, I did, yeah.
Wants to start, he wants to Chuck.
We probably better wait.
Yeah.
If he comes back, he might laugh. Oh,
The sun came out for a minute out there.
Yeah,
I think we could ski right now.
I know, it's nice to see that snow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's your call.
No, commission will be later on too with Georgetown.
Hey, Brian, go for it.
Right, well, let's kind of go over what we've been working on for the last month or so. We've got a lot of the demolition completed on the second and third floors, about 90% complete. Pretty much down just to kind of open up the hole in the elevator shaft. Probably kind of open up just a few corners, the 4 corners, so I can start running streamlines and get good measurements, but I think I'm gonna actually wait to actually open up the hole till it's a little bit closer. The plumber started this week on doing the roughing of the plumbing. They'll probably be here over the next 2 weeks, getting the plumbing all tied back in, and roughed in. And then as soon as they're done, we'll get the inspections. And Larry will also be doing the power at the same time over the next 2 weeks, getting a lot of that roughed in. And so we'll be able to get inspections on all that stuff and then move forward with the insulation and the drywall after that. So hopefully by the time we have this meeting next time, we'll have insulation in the wall.
What they're looking like the elevator,
We are still waiting on some final paperwork from them.
I'm supposed to get an update from them today or tomorrow.
just curious.
Yeah.
Talking months though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can ask questions as we go. I was just curious on the
Yeah.
elevators. I know that's our biggest problem.
Yeah, our longest time frame is the elevator.
Where's it being made at?
Somewhere.
I think maybe in Seattle.
Okay.
Is it there? Okay, I can remember where MEI is.
I know the,
Do we care? No, I'm just kidding.
It could if it's, if it's in China.
Yeah. I don't know whether you want to ride in it or not.
You said it.
Yeah, then we got some field observation, let's see. Some things we're gonna go over, some plumbing concerns. On the location of that and some joist issues. We're gonna take care of the broiler system. And right now, the system's unhooked. They can tie back in and put some valves on in the basement, and they can turn back on everything if needed. They can recharge the system if you guys are worried about heat through this first phase before the heaters get back installed on the floors that they're missing. They have it all capped off. They gonna put a valve downstairs, and then that will turn everything back on that's not unhooked. So if you guys think there's an issue with needing any heat over the next few months, I can have the plumbers go ahead and charge that system back up.
No, I wasn't worried about that. I think I usually go, otherwise you gotta,
We need to
we
make
need
sure.
more money.
Well, it's a little cool upstairs, but like in my office, there's a electric heater on the wall and people have disc heaters and so forth.
So the
it's not-
heat is gonna be off for the next few months?
Yes, can be.
So how many few is a few months to you?
12, 13.
December.
My months and weeks are the same, so. No, I think, pretty much until we get the drywall done up there, then they can start putting the heaters back in their proper location. So, you know, like I say, by the end of the month, I'm hoping to get the drywall guys.
Oh, yeah, so we're not looking into November.
No,
December.
no, yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure, no, yeah. Yeah, I
Good
definitely
question.
make sure there was heat by October, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
September, you know.
July.
July. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it's ever an issue, just let me know and they can just charge the system back up. They'll have the valves on. So it's just a matter of refilling it all. Just takes a while to drain the whole system here. Took them a couple days to get it drained out.
Tank's fine.
Who did that? The plumbers? or
Where's
the- Okay.
So if there's any issue with that, just let me know. We can get her fired back up.
By the time it takes the fire back up, it'll be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Put a sweater on.
Then I think we verified the location of the condenser unit out front. Now there will have to be some lines that get ran through the vault down there, I believe, to get the condensing line and the power over to that. The submittal schedules and status, the elevator, linear layouts. They're reviewing it this time. Brooke was saying they'll get back to us today or tomorrow on any of that good stuff. We're waiting on some middles on the cold frame, which will be what's around the elevator shaft. And the
That's me, I
gypsum board.
forgot to do those, so I'll get those, we'll get those done today or tomorrow.
You're good, like I just sent him last week.
Okay.
So I'm not,
I saw
sorry
them,
about
I
it.
saw them in there and then I forgot to go back and do them, so we'll.
yeah,
we'll get
those are the
done.
only two, so you're doing
Okay.
a great spot.
Then we've already seen RFI on, so we had to upgrade the water size, the line coming in to feed the facility. The new bathrooms from 3/4 up to 1 inch and a quarter. That's what the plumbers are working on this week, is getting 1 inch and a quarter ran up there.
Was that the plan all along?
No, they were gonna stick with the 3/4.
Okay.
Given the amount of water that's can possibly can be used up there with the new bathrooms and,
All right.
and everything, they asked if we could do 1 inch and a quarter instead of 3/4.
Makes it easier. And then they're not
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
stressing on it.
yeah, two people can use the sinks at the same time, you know. So that was all submitted and taken care of, and now, right now, we're working on kind of a different location for the plumbing coming out of those bathrooms. We might have to come into the election room and go in between the drop-down ceiling and original ceiling to make it all work without cutting out any more of the floor joists or any of that. And then we'll be able to poke a little hole between the two also to get them to tie back into the main drain.
That's probably why they originally lowered the ceiling anyway, right? So
No,
that
actually, that's
work?
why there was a step into that bathroom, all that plumbing was running
Yeah.
there now, it's gonna be, has to be level. So they have to bring it
Yeah.
down.
I don't know if you've been up to look at those joists, but back in 1915 or whatever
Yeah.
they really hammered those, they really cut those joists down. So, but they're sistered, at least the low side is sistered, so we'll probably have to, Ryan and I were just talking about, there's some gaps like this big where Ryan's just gonna sister it, at least so he can get sheeting nailed back to it, otherwise there's just a huge gap in there, so. It's good to tear that
Yeah.
open and see what it is.
Yeah.
That'll help it.
Joyce.
That's probably been, for me, one of the most exciting, is to be able now to see what was under that raised
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of.
The simple things.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah.
It's like the whole
Don't get
unforeseeable, we got it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did someone say there was a bucket under that urinal?
Yeah, that's what I
That's
said, yeah.
only in Granite County.
Yeah.
I won't ask why it was there, right? Let's see, plumbing and joist, got that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, I hope we got that.
The only site up fabrication we have going on is the elevator, so that we'll have more information on it today or tomorrow. Our planned progress is over the next 2 to 3 weeks, get all the plumbing and electrical and all that roughed in, inspected. And then we'll really be able to nail down a really good schedule from that point. The plumbing was a big unforeseeable part of this project. So until I got that demoed out and everybody can take a look and see what's going on, now we can really start tying in a schedule with everybody and have a good game plan moving forward with that.
But good, say, you guys do a good
Yeah.
job, quiet,
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
appreciate
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we'd like to hear that. Trying not to affect anybody or.
No, you're doing good.
Yeah,
There's gonna be some stuff, but that shit just happens.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah. There hasn't been no concerns or anything about any contractors or employees or
No,
anybody.
no, everything's good.
yeah, I haven't heard anything.
All
Yeah.
good things.
Cool.
Yeah, no one has to look, I walked in and looked around.
Perfect.
Did, Carol Bornson talk to you guys about the idea of cabinets in the jury room?
Oh, yeah.
Or is
She did bring it up, doing something in
that-
there.
okay. Just the thought of having some cabinets in the jury room, the new
Yeah.
jury room, but you know, it's getting made smaller, but yeah.
Yeah, we were walking through it and. coming up with
So
all
it
sorts
might
of-
be, I mean, it's something for
Storage for
the,
her?
for use for the juries up there.
When they have to feed them.
Like a buffet or something. that you
Yeah,
put-
because they always
okay.
have to feed them up there, and so if she had like
Can't put it on the table.
cabinets to store all of the stuff that she has to put in there, rather than having to haul everything up every single time and back
She
down.
stores all of that down in the thing now, yeah, but plates.
Your decision, commission decision, but it would be a change order.
That'd be
Right.
silly.
Right, yep.
When we get close to that, we'll look at it.
Okay.
And
I
it's
have
some,
younger kids that can go up those stairs. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think you'll ever see them again.
then you've got two options. We could custom build the cabinets, or you could find something that's modular and bring in to. So,
Let's just have to get kind of pricey where we're sitting and
Yeah.
before we make the.
Well, this could be done after the fact too. It doesn't have to be done by the contractors, right?
I think she's wanting to, well, you're correct, it could be done, but she wants some security in, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Might be cheaper being the contractors here already and then setting them in and he knows where everything is. I'm not sticking up. for
No,
him,
I
I'm not-
hear
I'm
you.
just throwing that as a comment.
That was just an idea she had, totally commission decision.
Yeah, and it's something, something that they want to move forward with, like, at this point, we could put plugs. I think she talked about maybe put like kitchen bases down, like 6 feet of it, and a countertop on there to feed from, and have her stuff in there. I don't know if like need power there, like we could make sure we at least have a couple power plugs up higher, like for future use, if you guys were gonna do that eventually. Have a couple plugs put up there, for coffee pots or.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
It's something to think
Yeah,
about.
there's something that we brought up, yeah.
Something to look into, we'll think
Yeah.
about it. It's not have to be today.
Oh,
Yeah, that's way far away.
What do you think? No, I'm just kidding.
He's still thinking of ripping that.
He's still, he's still being a Mr. Grumpa.
Oh, he has a smile.
Then, our security, we've got our people, our TCS guys trained on safety and our safety procedures. We don't have no safety or security concerns now. If you guys have any safety or security
Not like
concerns?
what you got set up out here and what's really, no, I think you did a damn good job.
Okay.
I think everybody understands to stay out.
So on your cones, You have your fence, then you have your cones. Are we not supposed to go between the cones?
No, you guys can use that. I kind of put that there for sidewalk, keep people from getting run over.
Cause I was looking at it, I'm going, do I walk on that side in the
Yeah,
street? or
I should have had a
Do
sidewalk
you-
sign
Do you
made.
think we need
Okay.
a sign right there?
No. Okay.
No.
I've seen people walking through it, I don't, yeah.
So you don't mind us?
No, no,
I mean,
not a little bit.
tell 'em.
I just mainly put it there so there was access.
Figure it
Yeah,
out.
no
Parking and
Yeah.
I know
walking.
what you said.
So it's
Yeah,
a pretend sidewalk,
Yeah,
okay.
except for when it's muddy,
Well,
except for when it's muddy, then you gotta go to the other
Or
side.
let cars know, yeah, don't run anywhere
So the
over.
cars don't park.
Yeah, don't run over.
So, and I think that's about it for what I have.
Good job.
Do you got anything else,
Yep,
Scott?
elevator. Elevator stuff. I do. So what we want to do is just go through. Excuse me. When I get the elevator back. So we've looked at shop drawings the first round, and kicked them back to them. But these are kind of the color options. This being the first color option that you were concerned it might be a little bit dark. That's what we're trying to do is with the colors that we do have available to us. We're trying to. What's that? Oh, yep. It's a little darker one to try and match as close to the aesthetic of the courthouse as we could. And so given the opportunity that.
What's wrong with this one?
These are the two kind of the darker color options that were given to us by the manufacturer, which of this one is the one that's on. And so when you look at the windowsill, it is this one, so just a little bit darker and it matches nicer. But the concern being that it might be too dark in the elevator. If we did
Has
that.
lights, doesn't it?
It does have lights and then the front panel is stainless steel. And so this is same images. So you've got a stainless steel color top and stainless steel front. So it'll be for the short time you're in the elevator.
Yeah.
It won't be too dark.
Who was worried about it was too dark in there?
Me. I didn't know how dark we were gonna go, so when we got in, we knew we had lights. And it was nice when you walked in and.
Able to see?
Yeah, it'll
with
be
the
well
lights
lit.
on?
Yeah. It'll be well lit, except when the power goes out. Yeah. If the power goes out, then you're on your own. So, but, and then this is the only other lighter option that they were given to us.
So you wanna go with that A, you're saying?
So you could do the oak look too for all the oak furniture that we have.
Yeah, so it's.
That'd be light.
This was our light option, and then this is the black color that goes behind us. So this is this black metal that goes behind those.
I go there.
I'm careful. It is.
Good. All right, we'll make our adjustment there. Let's talk flooring. So then flooring, we've got a couple options on flooring within the elevator. That we like. So one is this, and this is called as an LVT. And it's linear vinyl tile. So it's not a tile, not porcelain, not ceramic. So this is the material here. And we're thinking something a little more kind of a silver look, if you will. And if we look at it, just on some imagery within this, it's actually this one right here. And so this is what you will see within the elevator floor on this one. The other option, and I'll bring these both back together. Is this one here. So a little bit more modeled looking tile as well.
Like that one.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Go with that one.
Okay.
Do I get to pick one?
Okay.
Like that one?
It don't make no difference to me.
What's that one called?
I don't really give a rat's behind, to be honest with you.
Yeah. that looks
Just
good.
another floor.
Yeah,
This is what they're looking to get?
in the elevator.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
so
I was thinking, something on the gray mode as well, in that mode.
And both of these products are no wax, it's just a wet mop. you know, or a switcher mop.
So that's similar to the floor on that judge's thing downstairs, her pedestal, very similar,
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Tom's
The
good.
hold up versus the, yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
Force
yeah,
that one.
nice.
Okay.
We'll do it. Well, good. Well, I'm gonna leave this to you for record, just so you've got it. I'll take this one back,
Okay, perfect.
unless you want both of them, just. for-
I don't need both of them.
Okay.
Thank you. I think I have them.
She gave me.
That's all I have for this trip, so. If there's anything that more you need, otherwise, we're gonna go wander about again. And look at stuff, so.
No, really, I was just worried, just seeing about that elevator, it makes you nervous, because you don't know what the hell as hard as it is to get parts for anything.
Yeah, and their first round of shop drawings were good. There's just a few things we had to adjust and kick back to them. We just want a clean set of documents, so.
So that's what we're waiting on, is for them to revise it, and then we'll
Yeah.
resend it to Scott, which shouldn't take very long once we get it from August, just because since they've already reviewed it,
Yep.
there's just a couple things that need to change.
Yeah, our engineers went through it, both structural and MEP for all of their pieces, and
Do you need anything from us? Right, fine. No, that's-
Department, so.
Well, that's a good question, like on the elevator, you already submitted on that to get it paid or?
Yep, it was in
Okay.
claims
All right,
last week,
excellent.
and
All
you
right.
might want to check. I don't know if Michael picked up the check last. Did he? Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks. Thanks for the update. Get Scott up here once in a while, a little more, maybe get a little more out of him.
well, now that they're rolling pretty good, we'll make, yeah, it'll be at least every month. Either Seth or I or both of us. I think I'll leave these with you unless you want them.
And you can have.
Okay. We'll take them.
Okay, you guys don't have anything? Questions?
You guys working on the building, the state shop in Drummond too?
No.
That's like you guys.
Nope.
Not us.
You did the one here though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I just drove by that. It's a big post frame building.
So,
The one in
yeah.
Drummond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that the other day when I went down to Missouri, it's like, oh,
The roof on.
Yeah, all the trusses were
Yeah,
standing there. I think they're starting to maybe
Yeah.
come on there today. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
All right, that
Yeah,
it?
thanks. Yeah, excellent.
Till next time?
Till next time.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you. You guys all have a wonderful afternoon.
You too. Yeah, you'll do. All right. See you around.
Good to see you.
I'll bump you.
Sounds good.
The only reason is I have arthritis and I don't want you to.
Oh. Yeah. I'll know that, but next time, yeah.
You guys with your firm hands.
Yeah. Well, that's those rancher hands I was given, I guess, so.
You guys heard he was humbled, right? He went to the Grizz Cat game, rooting for the Bobcats. And yeah, he had to leave early.
Oh, no.
Or did you stay like that?
I never
All
leave.
right, you're a true fan.
Yeah.
Stay the whole game.
No, that's not fair to my team to do that. I'll take
Oh,
the,
that's good, yeah.
I'll take the heat from the Grizz, but.
We got one here at least.
Okay, it's noon and we are a half hour behind our DUI task force annual operating plan. I know the sheriff was here. Does he have to be here for this?
Yeah.
Or we just sign
Not
off on
necessarily,
this?
yeah. It's all, everything's going well with the DUI task force and that's all good stuff, I think.
We just all three, or make a motion to accept Granite County DUI Task Force State Fiscal Year 2024 DUI Plan.
Nice second.
Is there any public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Alright.
Aye.
We all signed it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got them?
Sign here.
I'll have you guys stamp this and initial.
Oh. All right, there's nothing else on the agenda. So we are adjourned.
We do
All-
everything.
yeah.
I think so. I think we're here to cover our bases.
You're adjourned.
So, went late.